Graham Davies, former barrister and speaking coach who's worked with 32 cabinet ministers, including Kemi Badenoch, Rishi Sunak and Michael Gove. He's in the studio with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Do you think they're particularly slow?
Well, probably too slow for 2024. The Truss and Starmer excerpts that you just played showed a tendency to say maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 words at a time. And it's the pauses that cause the problem.
Stop it. Because we don't like pauses, although I quite like them, but it still gets a bit uneasy, especially on radio. Yeah. So the thing is that there's nothing worse than someone who speaks too fast, because you do not, as a politician, you don't really hear what they're saying, you don't take it on, it just washes over you. So, I mean, I think I would rather that someone spoke slowly than too fast.
Well, let me try a test here.
Oh,
Can either of you name me a politician or 3 politicians that speak too fast?
I feel Michael Gove speaks quite fast.
He does, but he's very compelling when he speaks fast.
He certainly is.
He's very eloquent, he's very prepared, and he has a great deal of punch that drives through whether he's doing a 4-minute radio interview or whether he's speaking to 2,000 Tories.
Boris Johnson speaks quite fast.
Yes. He's good when he's prepared, but not so good when he's making it up on the hoof. And sometimes when instead of pausing, he'll come out with a sound to try and fill the space.
Do you think it matters? Do you think Keir Starmer, I mean, he has a few problems right now. Some people say he's very robotic. There was the infamous countdown to the Christmas tree being switched on outside Downing Street, which we milked for longer than we should have done. Yes. Can you just do a little demonstration of that, Stig?
5, 4.
So I don't know. Is it important? How a prime minister speaks and counts important?
I believe it is for him in this particular part of the political cycle. He's as wooden as a park bench and slower than a tectonic plate. And his problem is that the 3 or 4 word itis plus the pause makes you as a listener or as a viewer want to reach for the remote control and press fast forward. Or maybe even record it so you can play it at 3 times the speed later on. And so he really needs to make sure that he's got maybe machine gun bursts that sometimes have a lot of passion, a lot of speed, sometimes slower than that when he's talking about something that really needs to be absorbed. But it's bursts of speed with bursts of other pace that he needs.
But that's good writing, isn't it? Effectively, I wonder how some of this is about the quality of writing, because it strikes me when you read a good passage of writing, there are short sentences and long sentences and they intertwine and you end up with something that's quite elegant. Political speeches, whoever gives them, are rubbish. And they tend to crystallise around certain phrases. And when you actually read them as pieces of prose, there's just 2 sentences on a line.
Funny you should mention that, because I have a few examples with me.
Go on.
Public speaking, political otherwise, consists of 2 phases. Phase number 1, deciding what to say. Phase number 2, saying it. And you might be delivering it brilliantly, but if it's rubbish, it's still rubbish. He has phrases like mission-driven, and there are other landing points. Stability leads to growth. Growth leads to stability. Building a future built by everyone and everywhere.
But they all do this. I mean,
but they don't write that stuff, do they? That's the other thing.
Well, no,
that's the problem,
they
isn't
agree
it?
to it, don't they? It's probably the same people, isn't it? I'm not sure that Kemi Badenoch will have a better speech than Keir Starmer. It'll still be cliche-ridden, because politics kind of it seeks succour in cliche, doesn't it? Because it's familiar.
It's familiar, and the problem about cliche now is that there are so many more conduits from which we can hear those cliches. Our phone, or TV, radio, online. And actually we get more and more tired of cliches faster because we live in the age of attention deficit. Kemi Badenoch, when she's at her best, actually brings the writing to life with passion. That's certainly what she showed during the leadership contest. But at the moment, she's left in a scripting black hole because it's hard to sound decisive and passionate about policies that might not be created for another 4 years.
What was Tony Blair like, in your opinion?
He was the first really great communicator, I believe, of the 21st century. And he managed to maintain a level of intense conversation, even when he was speaking to 2,000 people or to 2 people in a studio.
And David Cameron wasn't slow either. He felt quite conversational as well.
Yes,
kind of
he
Tony
did.
Blair mould.
They were cut from the same cloth. He managed to have precision plus intensity, plus occasionally, in an interactive context like this, occasional hints of genuine originality under pressure, which is very rare for a politician.
I remember Gove used to do this thing. He would occasionally answer a question. Because most politicians don't answer questions at all. So you say to him, Michael Gove, what do you think? And he'd go, yes.
I remember that day.
And just leave the dead air.
Like,
Actually, because we were so geared up. It was like getting to the top of the steps and missing the last step, wasn't it? Like, we were so ready for him not to
well, the thing about Michael Gove is that he also has something very unusual and very dangerous for a politician. He's got a wicked sense of humour.
I know. You're so right. Graham, it's so interesting. Thank you very much.